Greetings and welcome. This is the ThaBadbrey Herbalist of the ThaBadbrey Herbal UK. And today I'm going to speak to you about, I'm going to clear up a few misconceptions when it comes to reading natal charts. And hopefully this should provide some assistance for those of you who are wanting to interpret natal charts, either your own natal chart or somebody else's natal chart. All right. Now, so this is the ThaBadbrey Herbalist, ancient astrologer of the ThaBadbreyHerbal.co.uk. So first thing is this: there's a few common misconceptions when it comes to interpreting natal charts in general. All right, and the first thing I'm going to address is this. Now I have a lot of people asking me the same question over and over again, and I don't understand why it is an issue. And this is the question I get when people say, what does it mean if I have no planets in a particular house in my natal chart? All right, and my answer is, it just means you got no planets in a particular house in the natal chart. I don't understand the question. Then they say to me, I'm looking at my second house. The second house deals with resources, but I have no planets in there. What does that mean? And I say to them, I don't understand the question. Now, as an ancient astrologer, yeah, as far as I know, if you're analyzing a particular house in a chart, the first thing you are doing, the first priority is to look at the sign which is on the cusp of the house you are analyzing, and the ruler of that sign which is on the cusp of the house you're analyzing, and where that planetary ruler is. Example, if somebody's ascendant is Leo and they want to, if they have a query about their second house and their money, and the ascendant is Leo, and the second house cusp is on Virgo, the first thing I do is look to where Mercury is in the chart. Where is Mercury in the chart? Is Mercury combust within 8 degrees of the sun? Combust, meaning they have issues with their money. Is Mercury under the beams? I.e., is Mercury outside of 8 degrees of the sun, but within 18 degrees of the sun, meaning Mercury is under the beams? That means they may have some issues with their money. Is Mercury Oriental, i.e. rising before the sun, or Occidental, rising after the sun? All right, and all of those things colored together, as well as the sign that Mercury is in. Is Mercury in detriment? Is Mercury in his exaltation and rulership? Like, where is Mercury in the chart? What aspects is Mercury receiving from other planets? Are these malefic planets? All right, and then wherever Mercury is in the chart, you look to the ruler of the sign where Mercury is. For example, if this person is ascendant Leo and their second house cusp is Virgo, you look to where Mercury actually is. All right, and if Mercury just so happens to be in Taurus, then you need to look to where Venus is in the chart. And then from there, you look at all of the aspects being cast towards Venus and Mercury, and what all of those put together would color and influence how this person's money manifests and what issues may take place to do with their money in the course of their life. All right, and then you look at the planets in the house of the second. So you look at the planets in the second house afterwards. All right, now what I find is a lot of people, they will say, I want to analyze my second house, and they look, and the first thing they do is they look to see if any planets are in the second house, and then if there's no planets in the second house, they say, there's no planets in there. I've given up my search. I don't know what to do. What does it mean? And for me, I'm like, I don't understand. The first thing you're doing when you're analyzing a particular area of life is you look to the house which corresponds to the area of life, and then you automatically look to the ruler of the sign which is on the cusp of the house that you're analyzing. So for example, if someone says, I want to know about my career, the 10th house rules the career, all right? The 10th house corresponds with career. So you look at the sign on the cusp of the 10th house, and the ruler of that sign and where that planet is in the chart tells you how that person's career will manifest. That's it. I don't understand. That's it. I don't understand. So again, what I do disagree with, what I hear a lot of astrologers say is, if you have no planets in a particular house in your chart, then it means that area of life is not so much of a focus, and we should just move on to the next house instead. I 100% disagree with that. You look to the ruler of the house you're analyzing, and then you look to where that planet is in the chart, and then you look to the ruler of the place where the ruler of the house you're analyzing is. Now, again, another example. If your ascendant is Cancer, and your second house is Leo, and the cusp of your second house is Leo, the ruler of Leo is the sun. So, if you want to know about money, then you look to where the sun is in the actual chart. All right? If the sun is in Aquarius, yeah, in detriment, then that would give rise to maybe money problems taking place. All right? If the sun is in Aries, yeah, then he is exalted. That will give rise to money issues being advantageous to this person. They may have a knack for being able to make money. Then you look to the rule of Aries. The rule of Aries being Mars. All right? If Mars is also exalted in Capricorn in the chart, then it gives more oomph to this person's ability to make money. All right? You look to the dignities, where the ruler of the house is that you're analyzing. So, again, if you look in your natal chart and you see that there's no planets in a house that you're analyzing, I don't understand what your confusion is. The first thing you should be doing is looking to the ruler of the sign on the cusp of the house you're analyzing. All right? This is basics. This is basics stuff. I have no idea why it's an issue if you have no planets in the house. I don't understand. And I think that's it. That is it. For now, I'm going to come back with more misconceptions. I'm going to clear up a few other things, all right? Now, I hope that clears that up and I no longer get that question anymore from people, all right? This is the ThaBadbrey Herbal SSR, ancient astrologer of the ThaBadbrey Herbal UK. Dentro.